Those have come on straight away to my live. It's good to see you. This is Esther at Stampin Star Creations. Just going to try and wipe my camera to see if I can get a little bit of a clearer view. There we go. So I'm coming on today, very exciting day for me because it's unboxing day of some new 2021 product from Stampin Up. And it's always an exciting time of year when the new catalogue goes live, which will go live in May to customers. But if you're a demonstrator, it means you get to get your hands on some product early from a list of a good few items. Now, just a bit of disclaimer, I don't order everything that's on the pre-order. I can't afford it, basically. So I like to try and pick and choose carefully. Every year, Stampin' Up! Come out with 5 new colours to add to their collection, making it up to 50 colours at any one time. Those 5 colours will then last for 2 years and then they retire. They'll stop producing that colour and bring in 5 more each year. So there's always a nice selection of 10 colours to keep you going in the family. So I'm not going to chat and chat and chat. I'm going to you can't actually see anything. I'm going to turn you around and try and get on. So I'm using a different device today, so just bear with me as I get used to this slightly different one and do a quick hello to those joining me today. Hi Ellie and Wendy, nice to see you. Thank you for chatting along. Hi there Cindy. Now if you are listening in at the moment and you want to join in with the chat, you just press the live chat button and it will call the live chat up. Now what I thought I'd do is, a lot of you have seen the new things already, but this is from my perspective, my thoughts, and you might pick up on some hints and tips on the way. So please stick around and watch the video to hear what I have to say and see what I have to see and do what I have to do. So these are our beautiful new ink colours. They are all lovely in their own right. Now, I'm not a big orange peach fan, but we have got a colour called Pale Papaya. I've not stamped this, that's why I'm trying to get on with the unboxing now so I can actually have a go with stamping them. So hopefully you know the colours by now, but if you're new to my channel or not come across these colours, we have a polished pink, soft succulent, which is a really nice, I love that tone, make a really nice wall paint colour. Hey Mazjenka, nice to see you. Evening Evergreen, I think this will go down really well for those Christmas cards, and it matches nicely with a lot of our more neutral colours. Green is a lovely neutral tone. Not everybody's a green fan, but this nice deep colour. Deep green has been very on trend, particularly with a pale pink. So watch out for that. I might be mixing that with like a we've got pink, petal pink colour, which is a very pale pink, like that. I know they might look a bit ghastly, but actually when you put like a nice deep green with a pink or even Blushing Bride, let your eyes settle on it and you'll be surprised that you might actually like the combination. So watch out for that one. And Polished Pink, you know, straight away I'm thinking that will go beautifully with some of our bright colours like Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay, and obviously fit nicely with our bright selection. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm, you know. Or anything goes nicely with Night of Navy. A nice pop of pink with navy. And obviously it goes with your purples or your reddy tones. So that'd be nice. We've got Fresh Freesia, shall I say it again? Fresh Freesia, put my teeth in, which I'll show you in a moment. And we've got Pale Papaya. Now again, you know, bringing back a bit of Coastal Cabana, bringing in maybe So Saffron and those nice paler colours. Let's see what else we've got here. Let's introduce them to some of our in colours. So blue and orange are always a great combination, I think. So this is Misty Moonlight. Got to try and remember what's going in and what's staying. Bumblebee, again, nice spring colours. Pretty Peacock's going, let's see, Just Jade, that's a nice complementary colour. On screen it is a little bit tricky to see, I think, the true colours until you've actually got them in hand. Soft Suede, and now this I can imagine going nicely, again with maybe your kind of Calypso coral colour. And what else? Maybe Merlot, that'd be nice. Something a bit different, a bit masculine. That's a nice combination. So just to show you, you know, these colours just slot in really nicely with the existing colours that Stampin' Up doing. Now, the reason why I left this one in the shrink wrap is because I wanted to show you what happens when you get your brand new ink pads. They don't come already opened, they'll come shrink wrapped. This is just to prevent any spillage in the post and to protect anything that it might come in contact with. You open it like a compact, so you want to put your 2 thumbs in there and you're lifting the lid up and then you're sliding it back on itself. Now, you might find that some of your ink pads are a bit stiff when you open. These are really smooth actually. I think they've improved on the models, because this one's a little bit stiff. So you've got to do is just push it back. That will glide a bit. Oh, that's a bit, you've got to kind of run it up and down a few times, or put like a wax candle in there and that will help to move it. Whoa, look at that bright pink there. Like I said, this is the first time I've actually opened them. So the other thing to note about your new colours is on the back you get stickers. You can peel off, if you peel off this top half, she says. Now this is where I like to bring my, okay, there is like a top clear layer, or you could wrap it with a tumble dryer sheet. Thank you, Ellie. And it's got the different languages with the names of the ink on it. And then what I like to do is pull both ends and settle that into the middle on the front of your ink pad, so you can choose whatever language you would like. There is also a sticker here which is just the colour by itself. So when you open your ink pad, you can lay it inside here. Again, if you pull it across with both hands, and I'm going to bend it in the middle to lay that down. That wasn't in the middle. So you can use either your scissors, or sometimes your pokey tool works well for this sort of thing. Can be a little bit fiddly, but you only have to do it once, she says. There we go. And just lie that in there. Got my jingle jangles on today, so everything's making a noise. Don't really want that side. I'm going to just get my spatula side and push that in there. So hopefully you get the idea. So when you get your new ink pads, you can tell straight away when you open them up what colour it is, and if you have them stacked up, it will tell you the name. So these have got little feet on them, these new ink pad designs, so they do stack up nicely in one stack like that. Okay. I look like I'm wearing a hospital wristband. This was from holiday and I thought I'd leave it on. I do need to snip it off, really. Oh dear, you all know where I've been on holiday, won't you? Good morning, lovely to see you all. I can see some more people hopping on. It's great to see you. Hi, Maureen, great to see you, and Denise. Hi, Karen, and Anne from Australia. Anne, have you been on my channel before? Hi, Joanne and Lisa. Hi there, Jan. Okay, some more pretty things in the colours. I think the cardstock really shows off the colour in its true form. So that green, you get a real sense of that lovely dark evergreen colour. It's a very dark green, so I wasn't going to do a colour comparison, but our peacock is a bluey colour, and I think the next nearest one would be our shaded spruce, which is greener, if that makes sense. Cindy says she uses one of the labels from the ink pads on her blending brushes to know what colour it goes. That's a good idea. Jan has lost me. Are you all with me? Okay, my Wi-Fi is strong. Did you know about the ink pad stickers, Bonnie? A lot of people didn't know. Well, there's some people that don't know about it, so I just thought I'd go through that. I'm hoping I'm good, so I'm going to carry on. So I decided to go for the set of cards. So you can actually buy your cardstock like this. So you get a sample of the different colours. So don't feel that you've got to buy all of one colour. And this is the case with all of the colours we've got as well. So if you like the idea of our neutrals, these are the neutrals, the browns, greys, it's not that one. You've got Merlot and navy colour, and you want just to have a sampler. All those colour families come in a pack like this as well. So it's a good idea just to see which colours you might use most, which colours you like. So the pink is a real pinky pink, like a real girly pink, I suppose. So we'll do a quick comparison to magenta. Our magenta is like a vibrant, really fluorescent pink, where this pink is almost got an orange tone to it. It's a lot sort of bit calmer. Now I'd love to see the soft succulent up against mint macaron, which I think is in this basket here. So mint macaron is much brighter, greener, still got that kind of dull, so it's almost like a more bluey shade. And we've got that fresh freesia, which again is, none of them are like anything we've got already, so that's great. So like I said, I don't want to dwell too much on the colours. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen a lot of other demonstrators doing the colour contrast, etc. But please do ask any questions if there's anything you'd like me to look at or check. Now, all of our inks you can buy a re-inker to go with it. So for the cost of, I think it's £6.50 in the UK for an ink pad, or is it £7? I can't remember. But the bottles are only, I think, about £3.25, £3.50, and a bottle will last and last and last. Now, I was sensible after all these years to actually get a re-inker while I ordered my ink pads. It just makes sense to do it because you use up the ink, they do dry out because obviously they're being used, and you just simply unscrew the bottle and you can put some more ink down. Now don't think, oh well, I don't need to re-ink, I've got plenty of ink in there. Re-inkers can be used for lots of other things as well. You can use them for watercolouring, for different techniques like smooshing technique, and for marbling with what's it called, shaving foam. So lots of fun techniques with the shaving foam, with the re-inkers by itself. So it's always worth investing a few pounds more just to get the re-inkers, and then you know you've got them. Okay, let's move on to, let's go ribbons. Now again, I wanted to show you with ribbons, excuse me, let me turn that off. The fact that they obviously don't come loose like this, but I have loosened them. What I like to do, sometimes it's obvious where they have put the sellotape, and in this case it's not. Okay, there, they put the sellotape there. Sometimes you can lift the sellotape off. What I like to do is scrunch up my ribbon and get my snips just underneath that plastic bit there and lift it up, and then I can snip through that plastic, and this just holds it all together. Elisa says freesia matches well to purple posy. Yes, it seems to be a little bit pink, like a pinkier lilac, but we haven't quite got anything. So we've got Highland Heather, which is almost like a bluier a lilac, but this is what I would call a more lilac-y colour. So we've got the beautiful ribbons, which are all over my desk now, which I will hold up. So again, I like to get all the ribbons because I like using ribbon, and also it's just nice to show people the product. So this is lovely. You've got the lovely double satin edge, and it's organza in the middle. So it's beautiful ribbon. It is lovely and soft. You can't hear any kind of catching or anything. They're very lovely and soft, but stiff enough to be, I mean, some of the Stampin' Up ribbons can be a little bit stiff. This is nice enough to do a bow or to use on your packaging, and it holds nicely. That's always the test, isn't it, whether you can actually do a nice bow. And it's so delicate, so pretty. So the other thing about ribbons is it's quite nice to be able to give a sample to my customers or to send out with catalogues. I mean, look at these two colours together. Just so pretty. So pretty. So that's the ribbon. Obviously you don't need to order all 5 if you don't want all 5. But once you've got the colours, it's quite nice to have some matching supplies. And this is one of the great things about Stampin' Up. I mean, all the amazing matching product, from ribbon to ink to refills to coloured card. Okay, let's put that to the side. So the other things I like to use other than ribbon are embellishments. I must admit, surprised at how yellowy these were, because it's supposed to be pale papaya, which is supposed to be a more peachy tone. I'm just going to bring you down because it's quite nice to get a close-up of what I'm opening. So again, these come in a packet like this, and they're all stuck to like a clear cellophane. So let's put it on there. So definitely more of a yellowy gem than orangey, I would say. But they've all got an iridescent coating, and they are like our clear gems. So you can mix and match these with our existing colours. They come in, you've got the 2 different sizes, the larger and the small, and you get 100 gems to play with. So again, lovely, because you've got those matching. See, that it will go. It definitely goes with it, but I just think they're not as orangey as maybe they could be. But you can use them in other projects. Posy is a lighter colour, yes. Freesia matches well to Posy, but Posy is a lighter colour. The ribbons are very nice. I do have another sneaky order coming, actually, which is coming on Tuesday, I think. So, right, where should we go to next? Let's keep on talking about colours, and I've got some stamp sets to show you. So again, our embellishments come in these cute little stackable. Are they stackable? I think they might be. Let's check. I'm telling you they're stackable. They come in the same size tubs. They're not stackable, but they do sort of slot together. Okay, and you just lift the lid like so, and inside here, bring on the stamp sets. Says Ellie. Now, what I was intrigued to know is they show up quite large in the catalogue, but I didn't know if they. Let's see. Now I've got quite big hands. So these are lovely flower gems. These are called Loose Up Flower Flourishes, and you've got these teeny tiny ones to go with it. Now I was thinking to myself, how am I supposed to stick these teeny tiny ones? But I'm thinking a little dot of glue, and hopefully you can see the dimension on those. Okay, so they're all flat backed, even the tiny ones. They've got this lovely curve on them, and they match. Now I wasn't going to go for these initially. They do match our in colours. I think it's because I didn't necessarily like the colours together, but sometimes you're not going to use the colours together. Thank you for showing the flowers. Couldn't tell much in the catalogue. Great. Those are smaller than I thought, but nice. Exactly. So it's quite nice to see. Now let's have a... Okay, so from the widest petal to the widest petal, it is 1, 2, 3/8 of an inch. Okay. And the smallest one is... Oh, 1, 2... I can't be 3/8 of an inch. Where's my other ruler? That actually tells me the sizes. Okay, 7/16 is the large one, and 3/16 is the smaller one. Okay, so let's just have, I don't know. Okay, now this isn't going to match, obviously, But just to show you on a card front, the sort of sizing that you might get. I'm going to separate the colours because I wouldn't use the colours necessarily together. It just adds a lovely dimension to your project. So it takes something from being flat to just having something to look at. Very, very cute. Yes, there's 3 colours. So you get your polished pink, fresh freesia and pale papaya, which are the 3 new in colours. You get 60, wow, that's quite a lot, 60 little flowers in here to play with. And a mixture of large and small, okay? So that's quite fun. Okay, so those are the flowers. Do you want to know how big the gems are while we're here? So the large gems are just under 3/16, and the smaller gems are about 1/8 of an inch. So just a nice little accent. Okay, where do we go next? Okay, I'm going to do twine. So there is a beautiful, luxurious stamp set. The little one in the middle of... Yes, that's a good idea, Jan. So yes, you can use the flowers inside other flowers as well. That look pretty. So there's this gorgeous suite coming out, which I didn't give in to this time, but what did come with it is this lovely gold and silver cord. This comes in a twin pack, so it's called Simply Elegant Trim. You get 10 yards. I'm imagining that's 10 yards on each because they're usually very generous. On their ribbons, it's usually 9 yards, I think. 10 yards. 10 yards, 9.1 meters. So I imagine that is 10 yards on each. It is thicker than the foil thread that we had, much thicker. In fact, I've got it just in my drawer here, so just to give you the comparison, you can see the difference there. It's not thread, it is actually cord. Okay, so that's the thread that we use to stock. What are they calling this? They're just calling it trim. So great for using just as little accent pieces in the back of your work, to just add a little something elegant. I think I always love using metallics in my work to make it just add that touch of luxury. It's on a spool, so you don't get too much scrunching up, and you could probably just run your fingers through it to untangle it. There you go, to undo the curl. And these will be great for tags, bookmarks, that kind of thing. You could probably plait them together, knot them together. These might be my new twine. Now that we've stopped stocking our neutral twine, I think these might have to be my replacement. Talking of twine, hooray! So pleased to see they are bringing back Baker's Twine. So Baker's Twine is one of those things that just keep coming back. Ellie succumbed to the elegant DSP and punch, so if you want to know more about that suite, you go and follow Ellie. Ellie, put in your Facebook details. So I'm just going to pull out the Baker's Twine. This one came with the men's suite. And I have got some black. This is the only... Look, that's the only bit I've got left of my... Your keyboard is broken. Oh, that's good, isn't it? It's Elementary Paper Crafts, isn't it, on Facebook? So this is your older black twine. Are they thicker than the Baker's Twine? Let's have a look. So this is my old black Baker's Twine. It is ever so slightly thinner. So the new one is on the right, the old one is on the left. This comes as a pack. They're not sold individually. This whole lot comes in one pack. So you're getting black and white. I wanted to see the thickness up against this. Okay, again, this one is ever so slightly thicker than the one in the well-suited suite. So there are different measurements on them. So you get more of the white just by eyesight. It looks like you get more of the white, and you get crumb cake. What a useful colour! Some lovely neutral colours. So you're getting crumb cake, black, white, and you are getting grey granite. Like I said, you get a bit less grey granite, a bit less black, and a bit less very vanilla. Okay, but really just jolly useful colours, aren't they, to have in your kitty. Could do with a. Can you guys see that? So they all come in one pack. They no longer going to sell them individually, but you can get them like this. Okay, so I hope that helps to answer your question. It's a nice thickness. It's not too thick. So they stocked. Do you remember these ones? These ones were with the golf suite. Just to give you some of these idea. These were a lot thicker. These were called twine. This is called twine. This is called Baker's twine. This was called Country Club twine. And this is a lot thicker than the Baker's twine. So I would say this is a lot more usable. It's not as thick. Whereas this I found a little bit thick. I thought it was going to be thinner. But, you know, I can still use them for tags and things like that. So that comes as an essentials pack, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. All these new products I'm showing you today will be available for May the 4th on Star Wars Day, okay? May the 4th, that's nice and easy to remember. Okay, let's get down to some nitty-gritty. Gone back to the virtual keyboard now. I only use the craft twine. Ah, is that right? Now the joy of this is obviously you can colour it in. Once you've got the white twine, you can colour that in. So I'm going to show you some stamp sets, and I'm going to hold back that for a minute. Okay. So, Days to Remember. This is a very clever stamp set. I'm just going to zoom you out a touch. There we go. It's called Days to Remember. Let's have a look. It is a photopolymer stamp set. Lovely size for doing calendars, etc. The first thing to note is they've now started printing inside the box. So if you wish, are they still doing, that's interesting. They've got the plastic cover on top, and then you can take these out and stick them directly into your box if you want to, and you can use the plastic for a craft project. So that's going to be interesting. That's a completely kind of different way of storing compared to what they do at the moment, which is to have them looser like this on 2 sheets and with the backing on them. Okay, so this way you can easily see if something is missing or if it's not in there. So let's just study this one for a little bit. So you've got the days of the week in one starting Sunday, one Monday. Then you've got lots of usable things here to go with dates. You've got little elements here that could be used by themselves, particularly if you're making up a calendar, which would be the first thing that probably comes to mind. Hi there, Claire, welcome. But the reason why I like this is because I thought you could use it for so many things. So not just for calendars, birthdays, anniversaries, save the dates, special memories. You know, if you've got an occasion coming up, if you want to send out birthday invitations. Now, the dates are all in one big row, in one big stamp. Now you might be asking, yeah, but how are you supposed to use that on a calendar? So let's have a look. So what you do is you've got the number 1 at the top there. Oh, it's buffering. Oh. Just let me know when I'm back. Hopefully I can carry on talking. Anyway, so you got to work out, you just stamp it twice and do a continuation. Now I've not quite figured it out in my head, but I know that it's doable because people have done it. So right now I'm not going to explain it because I'm not sure until I actually play with it how it works. But really nice font in this as well. Okay, so that's that one. Let's talk about this one. And I did get the dies to go with this. So this is called Quiet Meadow. Let's have just a moment for this, please, because it's got this gorgeous kind of grungy, what's the word I'm looking for? Come on, help me out here. What's the word I'm looking for? My mind's gone. Anyway, it's got thinking of you, you're too kind, heartfelt love and caring thoughts are with you. Got this lovely bold flower, which would be great to stamp by itself. And you've got this lovely meadowy type buttercup flower here. Are they all one stamp, the numbers? Yes, they are. Not the font, the style. What's that style called? The grunge. So what you see here is what you get as a stamp. Okay, sorry, just going back to the question. So that is one long stamp. And then the days of the week are separate. These are the days of the week here, which are separate. All the little elements, so your birthdays, your months, your balloons. The balloons are joined together on that one. Then you've got your hearts, your star. Gotta have a star, haven't you? Maybe I should turn it that way. Because they're not inked up, it's a little bit tricky to see. And then you've got the balloon strings here, which can also act as like little squiggles underneath the months or next to the months if you want as well. So I hope that answers that question. You could cut it in half. Distressed, yeah. That is kind of the look. Kind of, what's that look? Kind of grungy and distressed, kind of artistic. So what does it say? Something range of colours, something shaped in real flowers is breathtaking. Glowing in garden, something paths or roadsides. The wildflower is one that grows up spontaneously under something. So it's obviously meant to be blacked out like that. It's the way they've designed this stamp. So when you get a brand new stamp set, it will come like this. Thank you, Ruth. That's the word. Shabby chic. There she is when we need her. Shabby chic. Is that the word I was looking for? Maybe it wasn't. I don't know anymore. I don't know. My brain can't function. So you peel off these white backings because you don't actually need these for anything. Some people have saved them to use for what's called a masking technique. But I just think, you know, I'd rather just cut out a piece of post-it note because you get a bit more clarity then. And then also inside your stamp set you get a sheet of stickers. Now the best way that I've seen this or been told how to mount your stickers to the stamps, and again if you haven't seen this I'll do you a quick one now. So you peel off the whole sticker off the sheet like that, okay? So rather than, in fact I should show you both ways, shouldn't I? Let's get the word love. So I'll show you one way of doing it. So these are just attached a little bit to rubber. Now the way they say that you can do it is to just peel off the backing here, like so. And then you can stick your stamp to that word. Like so. And then you peel it back and it's stuck on the back, okay? But the other great way of doing it, and which we find easier, is take off the whole sticker, like so. Stick the whole sticker onto a block. Peel off your backing. You got two. If you haven't got fingernails, you want one of those take your pick tools that I was using earlier. This is your friend. I've got to make sure I've got this the right way. I chose the one. Right, I'm looking at the smallest petals here sticking out. I'm going to turn that over. And in fact, the sticker is actually the shape of your stamp. Very helpful. So helpful. Stampin' Up thought about these things. So just move your sticker around. Oh, I did choose a tricky one, didn't I? So those are the petals. Should go like that. There we go. Right, so the sticker matches, and I'm going to stick that down like that, give it a good press. And then carefully lift up the sticker with the stamp. Okay, I've zoomed in so much, it's gone a little bit pixelated. Okay. And that is so much easier doing it that way around. So peel off the whole sticker, okay? Now, what I tend to like to do with my stamps is up to you how you store them. Some people store them individually like this in the case, but I do like to keep this. Sorry, I'm having issues. I don't know why. There you go. Right, so stick the whole thing in, and then I can just place this back into the right spot. Just wiggle him back in, like so. Okay. Hi everybody. Hi there, Glenna, Linda. Hey Barbie. Right, okay, so a little lesson there in sticking stickers. I might as well do it now while I'm showing you. Oh, now let's not forget. So with this, with every new bundle, they do 10% off. So when if this carries over to a new catalogue, that 10% usually disappears. So you usually want to get it in the bundle. These are matching dies. Just take a moment. So these dies I've seen being used by a few demonstrators, and I didn't quite realise, I didn't properly examine what you get in this, because you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 main meadow flowers. But wait, that's not all, there's more. You get 2 butterflies, which I didn't even know came with it. Now, I don't mind butterflies in small quantities. And these things, which I'm not quite sure what they are. They're like little tags or something. Like, you get 3 of those. If somebody knows what these little blobby things are. Then you've got a long tag, which no doubt can fit lots of your sentiments. Let's just test it out. So a lot of the time, the imagery on the front of the stamp set is to size. If it isn't, it will say somewhere down here if it's not to size. It could be leaves, but they've got 2 little... Oh yeah, it could just be leaves. Sorry, the little dots confuse me, but those are just to make sure that the paper pops out. So you can take your die and see what it matches up with. So some stamp sets have the stamp impression on the inside of the case. So the ones that are clear, the clear stamps like this, they have printed the sheet in there, like so. It's like a DVD case, so you can peel off your stamps and stick them directly to the case. Oh, I lost my breath then. Breathe, Esther, breathe. But the red rubber is still going to be the same like this. Okay, so if you're trying to look for something, you can turn it over like that. So you can get your die and just fit it over to see what will fit in there, like so. Okay. So this is a lovely stitched label, so you'll get that stitching effect once it's cut out. You get this adorable little tag here. So cute. Always look out for the little things, people. Now, all these can be used individually, like this by itself would just be stunning, wouldn't it? It's like a lovely fern type die. Lots of ways you can colour these in. Now, they don't match. Does any of it match? None of it specifically will cut out these shapes. So it's a stamp set that you can use together, or you can use it by itself. That's the joy of it. And that's called Quiet Meadow. Right, my questions disappear. Oh yeah, that's fine. Right. So many dies. Now again, usually it would tell you how many dies you get in the set. Just keep your eyes peeled for these little details, everybody. Stampin' Up! Are very good at informing. So if you look at your packaging, so I'm just trying to slide it back in, but my die's getting caught, that's what the issue is. If you look at the packaging just down here, tells you how many dies you get, so 13. So if you suddenly realise that something's missing when you count them up, you can just check on there how many you're supposed to get in there. Right, let's move on. Let's go this one. So this is basic border dies. This year Stampin' Up! Have done some dies which you just buy the dies by themselves. So they don't come with a particular stamp set. You can just buy the dies by themselves, which is a new thing they're doing because I don't think they've done that specifically before. This is called Basic Borders dies. Moment for the basic borders, please. Right, again, not touched them, quite new out the box. Let's just study these. So these, I saw these in the catalogue, and I think I first saw this one where they've used designer series paper and cut one lot of paper on the top and then layered it with another paper on the bottom, and I just love the simplicity of it. And these kind of give you a lovely envelope. Oh, I keep getting connection issues for some reason. Now let's have a close look. So we've got a stitched line there on that side, and on this side you've got dots. I'm just going to try and tap that so it'll come in. A silhouette on pretty paper would be gorgeous, says Barbie, referring to the meadow the meadow dies. Yes. Glenna says, my guess, those little things fit in the middle of the flower stem. I'm going to have to study. Look, I've missed all your... They fit in the middle. So yes, they probably fit as extra pieces on the other dies. Lots and lots of wildflowers. I love it, says Linda. The one under the clouds would look amazing with the medallion set. Yes, this one. Giggles at Esther's hyperventilating over the dies. I'm really excited about this one. I love the fact they've come out with a cloudy shaped one. This is beautiful. I think this is reminiscent of lace, and this would be great for well, it's a zigzag, isn't it? But I don't want to share all my ideas at once, so I might just hold that one back and just show you instead of telling you. Because you know what happens when you tell your ideas, people go and nick them and you've not had a chance to play, and you know, I've got to keep you in suspense. You know that I've got them, now you've got to watch as I play. In order to do that, you've got to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you're subscribing, press the all in the bell notification button. I've got more to show you. Oh, have I missed something? What's this? Oh no, that's... So now, I rarely go for a sweet. In fact, I don't think I've ever really gone for a sweet before. So why today, I hear you ask? Esther, why are you buying a sweet? Well, because it's so pretty. Loved the stamp set. The gems were a bit of a last throw-in. I'll tell you about that in a minute. One of my teamies, we decided we'd do a paper share, and we said, although not all these designs shout, some of the side Bs we like, so I thought that's fine, not stuck with all the paper. Worth getting the dies to go with the stamp set, and the gems because they're beautiful and I love gems and it goes what I'm buying anyway, so I went full hog. So let's slow it right back down, everybody, and just talk about one thing at a time. Hand-penned petals. This really stood out to me when I looked at the catalogue. When you see the papers, it just is reminiscent and nostalgic of those pretty summer dresses in the 80s that your mother might sew for you. I think that's what I really liked about it, that nostalgia you get with it. I also like the fact that you can use the flowers individually. You can use them again as like a watercolour type images. You can make up some really quick, simple cards, or you can go even more detailed. Loved it, really liked that, and I thought there's lots of colouring options there too. And I need some more flower stamps in my life. I don't really actually have that many flower stamps. Oh, joy. I do like a scallop, and this, excuse me, this isn't any scallop. This has got a lovely stitching. I love the detail stitching. It's just gorgeous. Right, Stampin' Up! Do like to stick their dies to very sticky tape on card. I like to stick mine on some magnetic sheets. Take your time, get as close to the sticky as possible, and don't be tempted to rip it or else you'll bend your dies. These, ta-da! Look, got a beautiful detailed die. So once you've done your die cutting, now I wonder if you can die cut that out. So you can die cut that on a sheet of card, I'd imagine, and have that as a feature. But if you wanted to use the whole thing, you then put the border around it, like so. You're going to have to come back and we can experiment another time. Okay, but I'm going to go off and play in a minute. Now, also, hold, stop, press. This, will cut out that image. Okay, so remember what I said earlier? Look carefully on the box. This is 90%. So this is why it's not fitting on, because it's 90% size of the actual stamp. But this will, which way up does it go? Now I thought this was going to cut, I may be wrong. Oh no, I'm holding it the wrong way, that's right. No, I'm right. Phew for that. That will cut out your, after you've stamped that on paper, you can cut it out with that, is what I'm trying to say. Right. I'm talking faster and faster. Right, love that there are 2 for the flowers. Yes. No worries, Cindy. Oh, it keeps buffering. How annoying. Do you know I'm trying to do a live here? Tell them, everybody. Tell YouTube. So you get the outline. I'll talk properly in a minute. I can't do anything about the buffering. I'm sorry. Because I keep checking my Wi-Fi and it's fine. Oh, that's such a good question, Bonnie. I didn't even think about it. So you've got this die here also, and you've got lots of leaves and flowers. So Bonnie's asking if they cut out any of the DSP. So we'll put this to the side. I'll talk about the gems in a second. Let's get out the papers. So in the papers, on every pack that you get, you will be told the... Oh, this buffering is doing my head in. You get 12 papers. So let me just do my fanning job. Got to fan and move at the same time. Okay, so you get 2 of each print. You get this. Now, it's supposed to be splotchy. It's supposed to be watercolory. Bear that in mind, okay? So this is the pale papaya colour. Then you get the, that looks like soft succulent going into maybe a bit of the dark green. This looks like a paler version of the polished pink. So these are all the floral designs that you get with the stamp set. Get a lovely leaf design. I'm loving the polka dot. Can't go wrong with the polka dot. Okay, I'm fanning this out a bit too much so I can't actually hold it. And you get this lovely fun wiggly stripe. So it's not a straight stripe. But I like the combination of these colours. Got some really nice colours. Okay, here goes. So turning it over. So this is quite full on actually in your face. So I think the way that the designs are done, they're not actually individual. So you probably aren't going to be able to cut them out as far as I can see. So pretty. And this, just looking a bit closer on this one here, it look, I mean, you probably can't see it on camera, but it's got like a canvas look in the background. Okay, Barbie loves the more subtle side. Yes, I think though, look, though, when you mix things together and have a bit of subtle with floral, it can look so pretty. And I've used the lovely subtle colours in this as well. New, gorgeous new fresh freesia. I think with all DSP, when you've got a lot of print on paper, it's all about cutting it down into smaller size, bite-sized pieces. It's very in your face when it's like this, but as soon as it's cut down, it's much more manageable. So don't be overwhelmed. And usually there is a side that you would prefer more over the other one. So just bear that in mind also. You had a dress like the second one. See what I mean? Isn't it? I think this one is my favourite. I like this. And again, it's got that really subtle canvas look in the background, which you probably can't see. What is the yellow shade there? I will tell you. Thank you for the questions. So in here we've got basic black, which is your outline. Blushing Bride. Oh, that's interesting. That's Blushing Bride. It's not, that's Blushing Bride there. Cinnamon Cider. Didn't see any cinnamon cider in here. Well, I never. Okay, Cinnamon Cider. Daffodil Delight, which is probably that strong yellow colour that you see there. Garden Green, Highland Heather, Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight, Pale Papaya, Pool Party, and Whisper White. So isn't that interesting? What I would have thought it was the new colours, but actually they've used colours like Mint Macaron and Garden Green. So I'm sure you can mix and match with the new colours, but those are the colours that come in this pack. So they have got Pale Papaya, but they've got things like Pool Party and other colours thrown in the mix. Okay, so in answer to that question, there isn't really a big image that you cut out with these dies. It's some of the papers that they do that have matching dies, but not for this particular set. Okay, let me just budge that over. Okay, last but not least, Stampin' Up have introduced some more product for orders, qualifying orders. So what I mean by a qualifying order is if you have, I've got to talk about these in a minute. If you place an order of £150, or if you get a group of friends together and are able to place that size order, or you and another person, or whatever combination, but whatever it is, get it up to £150, you can choose several items. So they're doing a pack of like, I don't know, it's like 48 papers or something, which I didn't get, which I'm now wondering whether I have. Papers and various stamp sets. Usually it's a choice of one or two items, but this year they're doing more, which is exciting. Before I tell you about that particular stamp set, let's talk about the gems. Now I'm giggling because of the funny name they've called these, Genial Gems. And when I first looked at it, I thought it said something else, but it doesn't. It says Genial Gems. So before I came on today, I thought, you know what, I'm going to Google what genial means. And it said something like cheerful, joyful. And I was like, oh, that's lovely. I get it now. I get why you called these cheerful, jolly gems. Why they didn't just call it cheerful, jolly gems, I do not know. So, anyway, moving on swiftly. So these are beautiful. These are Pale Papaya. And it's not going to tell me, is it? You get a... It's testing me today with the live stream. Really testing me. So I don't know if I can get you close enough to see. Look over here at the bigger ones. They are faceted. Okay, so they got square facets, and you got gold and iridescent flecks inside. I mean, can you get so subtle, so pretty? That with the ribbon. Oh, thank you. Just lovely. Oh, just prettiness. Pretty. You see, I didn't think I was an orange person, but I do actually quite liking that. So back to the stamp set I was telling you about. When I saw this, I thought, oh, I got some ideas. This is the stamp set. It's called Better Places. It's just really different. I haven't got anything like this in my stash. And you've got celebrate the wonder of this day, happy Father's Day, and you make the world a better place. Great for Father's Day for one. But I really liked the bold lined images you get. It's red rubber. So Stampin' Up have a combination of red rubber and clear called photopolymer stamps. There's reasons why they have a mixture. Sometimes it depends on the stamp, and they do like to have a mixture in the catalogue as to what is red rubber and what is clear. And also sometimes it depends on the detail of the actual stamp. So this is got lots of detail in the actual stamp itself, which you could probably carve out more detail in red rubber than you can a clear stamp. But then with clear stamps you can have things which is like this one, which will give you that watercolour look just by stamping. So, you know, there's pros and cons to both. Well, not many cons, just pros. Let's see the size of this image. So this is to size because it doesn't say that it's 90% artwork. This is full size. So this is about 3.5 inches by, let's call it 2.5 inches because it's easier. So this is about 3.5 by 2.5 inches. You might want to know the centimetres. 9 centimetres by about 6 centimetres. And this lovely image here, which I'll tell you this one, but because I just thought about it, you could recreate that 3 times. That might make a nice thing. Or the clogs are whirling. Can you hear it? Can you hear my clogs whirling? I'm starting to think of all these ideas. So yes, I have ideas with this. So watch this space for better place. We like a bit of rhyming slang on here. So that is pretty much my haul. I did order 2 of those packs. So the pack of mixed paper, again, just comes cellophane wrapped so it holds it together. These colours, as I said right at the beginning, will last 2 years. And this way you get, is it 4 sheets of each colour to play with? So then you can decide whether you want to buy a whole packet or not. So there it is. There's my haul, ladies and gentlemen. Lots to play with, and I've got a few more bits to come as well. Okay, but yes, so hopefully that'll come on Tuesdays for when I do my Tuesday live. I will turn you around. Loving the gems, aren't they? Just the bees and these. Let's get you up there. Okay, so anything that's standing out to anybody? So I've also, my other catalogues have arrived because I ordered loads of catalogues and only 1 pack of catalogues came. I've got more now, so I'm up to here in catalogues. So if you're in the UK, Germany, Austria or the Netherlands, I'm happy to send one out to you for free. And no doubt I'm going to make up some cards with a sample of the new colours, and you might get a little bit of ribbon. I don't know yet, I'll decide. And I'm doing catalogue launch for those who are in the UK, France, Germany, Austria and the Netherlands. So if you're interested in my catalogue launch, which is happening over on Facebook, let me know. You'll need a catalogue, so that's handy to have to hand, because we'll be going through the catalogue. I'll be showcasing some new items that I've shown you today and things with the new colours. Okay. I can't wait to see what I create either. What are you 2 up to then? Thanks for giving us a sneak peek. You're welcome, Lisa. Are you coming on over for my catalogue launch? So what's the day? Friday. It's really confusing what day it is. But yeah, I'll be back hopefully next Tuesday for my regular live. Look, I've had to turn my necklace. Everything keeps banging and clashing today. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for your company and for sticking with me. I know it's been a bit of a long journey, but there's so much to show you and so many things to say, you know, it's got to be said, you know. Take care. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and you can get in touch with me for your very own catalogue if you're in the countries that I mentioned. Take care. Have a fantastic day. Lots of love and God bless. Bye. Bye all. And end the broadcast. Bye.